Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another episode of Gone Ho. In the last episode, we came home. No one was home, and we started piecing together little bits of our sister Sam's life, and just living in this house. There seems to be some sort of family stigma going on. Our father is a failed author. Our uncle seems to be a psychopath of some sort. And, we're gonna continue on. Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic... So that's locked too. So, we've gone through pretty much everything here, so it's time to go upstairs. We also found 2 locked doors and a locked, what's it called? Filing cabinet over there, so we're gonna have to remember that for later. But yeah, the ambiance here is just creepy as heck. Again, I played this game, I first played this game like completely blind. I didn't watch anyone else play it or anything, and I actually thought it was a horror game. Was there a note down there I didn't read? It might have been. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the north, the eastern region of Boone County, where the better parts next week as part of the Forestry Service run controlled burn of overgrown sections of the Flintlock National Forest. The forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. Burn will take place between 8 and 5 p.m. In addition, removing dead overgrown vegetables that can lead to wildfires. The Operations Service is a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighting personnel involved. Okay. So that seems to be happening somewhere around there. I don't know if a controlled burn can really happen when it's, pouring cats and dogs out and there's a thunder warning, but, I'm just gonna... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close the front door. Anything in here that I missed also? Itinerary. Worldwide timetable. Katie's departure, flight to Amsterdam. That's me. Let's just see. So where Boone County is what, Tennessee? Question mark? There was a note on top of over here that I don't think I read. Katie, don't tell Mom about the stuff that's missing, Sam. Hi Lonnie, if you want to come over to my house still this afternoon, it'd be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you want, if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Samantha, yeah, I totally in. I'll see you there. I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready. You. And just blah, Hadouken.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Cold. Personal calendar. Weekly planning. Monday, couples bowling. Wednesday, cooking class, take apron. Friday, ballroom dancing. Monday, couples bowling, cooking class, ballroom dancing. Wednesday, cooking class. Friday, ballroom dancing. Cook the big meal for Terry and Sam. I see that the couples bowling and the ballroom dancing is all crossed out. Am I standing too close? Excuse me. Notice of temporary personnel transfer. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn, a ranger with the expertise and procedure will be transferred, blah, blah, blah. The overseeing office, James Greenberg, charge of supervision and transfer personnel. So our mother seems to be very involved in the burn going on. Is this empty. This is empty for Sam. Bratmobile, potty mouth. Oh, hello. Oh, that's just the name of the. Oh, 1 second. I want to see what's on the bottom there. So, you remember mixtapes? Come on, I want to see what's. Yeah. Just want to see what those words on the bottom are. You're gonna like this one. Okay.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Sternly worded letter. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact you still forbid me from going to the city mountain is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normally totally safe city on my own like a human being. And since you also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. There's something going on there. Stop leaving every damn light on in the house. You're as bad as your sister, Sam. Is this Samantha's room? Probably. Three-ring binder. Oh, those binders. Excuse me. Clothing. Pictures of clothing. Cassette. What's this? Bratmobile. Cool schmoo. Adventurous the Cat returns. Well, we got a Super Nintendo game here. Codes. Chun-Li moves. Fireball, lightning kick, helicopter kick, air stomp. Scrutinize. Oh, yo, it's a Magic Eye puzzle. Also. Very cool. It's a shark. What's this one? It's a heart. Oh, I love Magic Eye puzzles so much. Pause the video over there if you had trouble with it and you need more time. I've done so many of those, my eyes just automatically attune to it, which I don't know if is a good thing or a bad thing. Journey of Crystal, I wonder if it's like Final Fantasy. Super Spitfire. We don't have the combination for this either. I haven't had that much to drink, Jodie Foster. How many fingers am I holding up? You better not have been reading my secret diary again. Here you go, Mitten. Have some pate. Gross. Sonic Boom 94. I'm gonna turn this off for now, thank you. I don't remember if you play it long enough it does anything else, but it's very, very loud. Man, Sam had this in like 4th grade, I think. Man, remember these types of binders? God, they were so cool. Holy Bible. Got a Bible. Board game. Got your number. Are you going to the dance with anyone who you got a crush on? Chapter. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind. leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, the moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer, the king's cursed voice. The hairs in Captain Allegra's arms stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below, skeletal in rotted robes. The king was hunched over a blue orb topping his royal scepter. As he sank, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to grow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you—" But the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by this invisible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands, exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no, no!" The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop, then turned and ran, the king chasing after with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. Allegra ran, following the line, and came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. I guess she kept up the story as she grew older. Sam, I think grave writing track would be perfect for you, Mrs. Blylock. Reed College. Okay. Full scholarship. Okay. That'd be neat. Plate in a glass. More 3-ring binders. If you can't tell already that, she's a school kid. High school or something. Nailed it. Ultraviolet nail polish. Anything interesting down here? Nope. Do I have a... Yes, thank you. Can't see anything. Button. Misfits. Tissue box. Hairbrush. Just a pulled out cabinet there. Goodfellow. Emma, Oliver Twist, all yeah, these are all classics. Millet, Pacific Institute Art Exhibition. Goodfellow High School disciplinary referral form. Student's name, Yolanda DeSoto. Mr. Benchley observed Ms. DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image on the front, a large beer can labeled Pabst Blue Ribbon. Ms. DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor's office. Ms. DeSoto was given the option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. Ms. DeSoto chose suspension. Her father was called, but there was no answer and no answering machine. Ms. DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, signed by her father. So we need... It's a slippery slope once you start playing Street Fighter, Patty Smith Biohazard. This is Groove Magazine. Teenager stuff. Pillow. Steggy? It's Steggy. Anything under here? The Brother 150. Of course it's a Fighters. This is the one me and my dad are building. Wanna go for a ride when it's done? Here's the exciting new Brother. Okay. So it's a neat motorcycle. Samantha Greenbrier, you're 11. Teacher Fletcher, metalworking. Notes, not challenging assignment. Metal plaque for family portrait, reasonable subject, but not complex. And I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names. I did not mean just add them underneath. Oh, that must be the one from downstairs. Acceptable leveling on edges, show more pride in work. Yeah, that's the one in the hallway downstairs. I won't believe. Okay, so we'll have to figure out what the combination for this is at some point. Hi Lonnie, I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing, I've decided. Write me back. Here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats and a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. We're all cool kids. What all the cool kids are doing is actually sending each other pages on their beepers. But we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. It's a picture of 2 cats and a motorcycle. Your drawing of cats is so good I added a background to make it even better. Maybe I should just stick to writing though. I like it. How'd you know we're gonna get abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Fish right now. I feel like he probably would have lots of cats. Also, like, his secret shame is that he watches 90210 religiously. I'm gonna ask him about the cats after class. He said he has 2 cats and honestly he's never watched 90210, but I could see in his eyes he was lying. Okay, so this is just, yeah, back out into the hallway over here. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it, so it's either good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I gonna barf? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. I think Todd's going to come here so he can see it again, if that's okay. 7:15, okay? Alright, see that? I want to see Pulp Fiction again. Or Rubber Gloves. Okay, so that was over there. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go to the end room in the hallway here. Bathroom. This story is mainly about our sister, if you can't tell, this game, but it is also about our parents. Box. Oh. Is this hair dye? Semi-permanent hair color, yeah.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
This is parents? No, our bedroom? Maybe. Stop standing so close. A lot of G's. Anything interesting in here? No? Okay. So what do we got here? Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Fugitive, All the President's Men, Sound of Music, Something Inside Edition, Silence of the Lambs, Bridge on the River Kwai, classics. The Ring, no. Those are just broken. Aw, Mitten. Mitten. One cat, Caitlin, age 5. There's a lot of clothing in this hamper. Or is this our parents' room? Maybe it's our parents' room. Yeah. finishing something or another. Garbage? No. Another 3-ring binder. They're everywhere. Dear Jan. Oh, honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel. Bob and I have our down periods. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. You get used to each other, you live your own lives in the same house, the kids grow up, they go away. I'm sorry, this isn't helping, is it? Don't worry, Terry will get over whatever's distracting him. Things will go back to normal. As for Sam being distant, that's a teenager for you, nothing to worry about. In the meantime, though, this controlled burn, that sounds like quite the adventure. Well, let's cut to the chase. This new Ranger they sent, that's what I want to hear about. Ranger rig? You gotta be kidding me, it's too perfect. You have to tell me everything and send pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Keep your chin up until Terry is out of his slump. In the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. I guess our parents are not having a great time in their marriage at the moment. Holy Bible. I didn't mean to do that on purpose. Unknown Dimensions Literature. Cats Publishers. What else do we got here? A postcard for me, probably? Dear Mom and Dad said, I'm in the channel. This is my second passage to the channel. I'm on my way back from London, this time going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London. I was too excited about the channel. London was great, Dad. I know you always wanted to visit, and I really think you should. You'll love it. If you wanted to come back here as a family sometime, I guess I could be convinced. Love you all. Anything in here? No. Earth, Wind, and Fire. A good band, a good band. So I'm gonna put this light on. Watercolor techniques for florals and still lifes. No? Anything interesting in here aside from that? I guess not. Bathroom. Pretty standard bathroom. Those don't open. Does this open? Toothbrush, shaving cream. Big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. After the honeymoon, rediscovering your spouse personally, spiritually, and sexually. It's like wolfing up. Just leave all the lights on and all the water on. More shaving cream. That's painting a picture of our parents' current life, I suppose. Okay, let's see, where are we? Down the hallway here. Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home at such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Sam. What do you mean I won't be needing it anymore? Well, yeah, this is just, Hey Sam, heard you were asking what my JROTC ribbons meant. Here's a handy guide. Orienteering. This means the Army thinks I can find my way around. Rifle team. The Army has branded me as a certified killing machine. Adventure training. I'm born adventurous and no borders can hold me. The Army recognizes this. So if you didn't think I was cool before, now you do. Lonnie. Composition notebook. Ghost Hunter journal. August 31st, 1994. Tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one's there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? No, I was not wearing my glasses. September 3rd, 1994. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs that said, hello. Did not investigate. Probably was the furnace. September 9th, 1994. Poured milk from the carton in the fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that spirits can sour milk. Milk was just bought yesterday. Ooh. Also ghost milk. Ooh. October 9th. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. Suddenly begin to feel cold. We build a protective pillow fort. October 22nd, Lonnie and I employed a Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar definitely here. October 28th. Enlisted lines stay up all night and help patrol premises, recording any signs of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remained unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in attic due to leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. All in all, a successful night. More of my boxes. I'm glad they were so prepared for me. Some sort of art room over here. Oh! We have a lamp. Ooh, very nice. There's another cassette player. Name Richard Pattermack. Supervisor Jazz Greenbrier. Knowledge 5555. Ranger Pattermack has been indispensable during the course of the prescribed burn preparation and execution. I believe his expertise and dedication have been a deciding factor in the success of a very complex and challenging conservation effort. In the opinion of Flintlock Forest staff, Rick's contributions to daily operations have become essential to the work's continuing success. To this end, I will be formally submitting paperwork requesting his permanent reassignment to the facility. Congratulations, buddy. Note. Halloween show, The Misfits. They're awesome. Don't forget your costumes. See you there. Stygian Lounge.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
It's a great transition. Okay, sewing table. Oh wow, that's cool. Can I put it away? No. Such good music. Healthy choices, skills for a healthful life. Lonnie, holy crap, I was in the library, noticed something in the corner, found a secret passage and Oscar's creepy old stuff in it. My god, I have to see us, we're skipping 6. So where's this? The library. Okay, have I been to the library yet? No. Look downstairs, I guess it's downstairs. That leads to Betsy. Ooh, hello, that's a nice outfit. Captain Allegra and her first mate. Your costume, my costume. Oh, they're gonna go together. Is Captain Allegra, that's cute. Sam is dark room. Do not enter if red lights are on. Maybe get up there. Alright, I'm turning it off. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's very loud. Alright, have we been everywhere up here? Maybe. There's the library. Oh, we've been to the library, we just didn't find the secret passage, so let's go do that now. Or maybe in the next episode. So thank you all very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth Level 4 with Gone Home. Next time we'll learn even more. Yeah, this is the plate over there. Goodbye everybody. Bye bye.